Hello, audience. Before starting today's show, I'd like to tell you about a feature this episode has. Our good friend Kazee Snap turns out she fell into a wormhole halfway through the episode, and the audio can be a bit jarring. You will hear this sound when that occurs. Remember, when you hear this sound, it means that Kazee Snap's audio will rape your ears. Thank you, and enjoy the show. Remember the sound.
Low soy dudes.
Whoa, soy dudes! Whoa, soy dudes! Whoa, soy dudes!
Low soy dudes. Low soy dudes.
Steve Soy Dudes. Steve is a dude. Hi guys, welcome to Low Soy Dudes. In this episode, I'm joined by Gabriel the Starman.
Hello.
Kazee.
Hi. Next.
Steve.
Hello.
And me, Adolf Hitler. Today we'll talk about a very fun band, which is...
Band?
It's a single.
Is it single?
Musician. So Great and Powerful is a single musician from the good old brony community.
Oh yeah, of course.
This is the Steve episode because I'm dumping 2 appreciation post topics in one episode.
Please
So
info
Great and
dump about
Powerful.
SoGap.
SoGap did music. I don't know when they did music. Let me look at. They did music from 2011 to 2013 using splices from My Little Pony Friendship is Magic and some kind of music creator program. He's a guy. He makes mellow beat, like mellow electronic beats. So Great and Powerful is one of the 4 horsemen of the pony apocalypse, along with Drowning in Footwear, Drowning in Horseshoes, Braver and Dongle Kumquat, whose art actually transcends pony and is not cringy, unless that's part of the gag. What I mean is that I don't give a shit about horse anymore, but I haven't stopped listening to SoGap since 2014.
Well, we'll get into why that is makes sense, but also, from what I understand, SoGap hates himself, and by that I mean he hates his music, and he deletes it like 5 minutes after putting it out.
May I
And like leaves
interject?
the internet all the time.
Yes, you may interject.
Quick
Nico.
interjection. I find it blasphemous. The 4 horsemen of the fucking pony community doesn't include Doxy, the best porn artist you've ever seen.
I don't
Dude.
know who that is. I don't know
I know who
Cat's
that is,
Millionaire.
and I'm
I
gonna
don't know
say
who
no.
Cat's Millionaire is.
Shout outs
There's
to my
more than
Doxy
4.
buddy.
This is just the 4 that Steve knows of.
Yeah, because
Nico, no.
The 4 horsemen that Steve knows. Go on.
Only exists in Steve's brain.
I thought you were talking about like the 4 most popular brony musicians. That's where
No.
I thought you were going with that. But then
Yo,
you said
Brayburn,
Drowning in
the
Horseshoes
pony
and
musician.
Brayburns.
The pony musician, yeah. No, just brony art in general. Any medium.
Remember bronies?
It's just a gag. Yeah, I do. I remember Good Old Days by Living Tombstone used to be my favorite song.
It's 2019.
It is not my favorite song of 2019. It's
No,
my favorite
that's-
song in 2013.
That's fine. I'm just bringing up the year, just in case.
It's
Just in case
2019.
you forgot.
All
I just
right.
think the year is important here for this discussion.
There's
we're
very
about to have.
little. There's very little coverage, interviews, commentary by So Great and Powerful. There's half of a BronyCon interview, which I have not listened to, because I like to think of So Great and Powerful as a ghost, as a friendly little ghost
Oh,
who
you
just
know
left
what?
this incredible discography behind him. And there's no social media presence, there's no shit posts, there's no hot takes to sully his work. It's just it's what you take. It's very pure artistic presentation, other than the fact that he deletes his stuff because everyone saves it. And it's just weird how nobody even tries to be that way in 2019. I don't try, I don't want to, because I need my fix.
I know a couple of
I need
artists
attention, I need likes.
There's
He's
a
one of the
couple
few
artists
people
like
who
that that I'm
doesn't,
not saying.
who just gets, he just got fame just by putting the product out and nothing else.
But did he get fame? Like, not very many people knew him, but like he's loved by. He has a cult following.
Yeah, he got a cult following. That's close enough to fame.
Yeah. I just want to touch up on. I just want to talk about
if you get a cult
deleting
following,
their stuff briefly. Like, I'm a very selfish consumer. I don't like it when people delete or change their art because I like how it was before. This is stuff like Endless Jess has deleted a lot of stuff. Kanjin has like rechanged like half of his stuff. So Great and Powerful deleted like everything he's done. Most often it's like a few days after he posts it.
Is that real?
It's very weird.
I was making a joke.
I think so. Yeah, no. So Great and Powerful, like if you try to find his account, it's empty. If you try to find any of his accounts, they're completely empty.
Well, I mean,
they have
an
about page. The time frame?
I'm talking about the time, because I said he deletes it 5 minutes after he posts it as a joke, when I would assume it was like a year after. But if it was like 5 days, then I was pretty close.
It is possible that some of his things have been up for longer than a few days, but I got into So Great and Powerful late game. So when he would upload like a birthday song, it would only be up for like a week, and then it would disappear, I think.
But
I just want to talk about this because, listen, when you're a big boy, when you're a big boy artist with more than 30,000 subscribers, people are gonna save your shit. They're gonna preserve your art, and they're gonna view it on a illegally downloaded .mp4 Conjun House compilation.
Well, yeah,
but if you are Endless Jess and you have 10,000 subscribers, no one fucking downloaded Jack and Daxter review. No one did that. No one downloaded Let's Share. It's gone forever because you're so underground that you just have the power to destroy it forever. But if you're bigger, you don't have the power to delete it forever. Once it's out there, people save it. People archive it.
Do you think there's SoGap music that there's like early SoGap music that like 5 people heard that was good, and we don't even like, he'll never tell us it existed?
That is only possible if he made things before Flutter Wonder, which I don't think he did.
Yeah, but how would we know? That's the thing. You wouldn't.
Yeah,
like,
we wouldn't
know if he put something up for a week and he had 100 subscribers, and like 5 of them saw the video. Then like, you know.
We just have to trust the archive. We just have to trust the archivers on that one. Did Steve make an Akira review? I don't remember. There might have been one on his channel, but I don't remember anything about it. It was very milquetoast if it was there.
I'll have to check my pictures. I have a friend named Shmita.
Okay, so Great and Powerful is, he's the best musician ever, by the way.
Oh,
he's
yeah,
my favorite
you're
one.
Right. I hate
he's the
brony
greatest.
music. I hate brony music.
I hate music, period.
I hate I hate electronic music. I hate brony music. I hate Eurobeat. I hate oonts. I hate dubstep. I hate dance music. I hate EDM. I hate all that shit. So Great and Powerful is the best brony music.
I mean, there are bad examples of it, but stuff like the Hotline Miami soundtrack is stuff I gravitate toward. Like simple, easy to understand.
I'm exaggerating. I'm sure I could find something that I liked. I'm sure I have something that I liked that I can't think of. But, you know, when I imagine the electronic music, I go, because I like pianos and violins.
Fuck. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. Go.
I'm going to edit this whole thing. Steve muted for this whole 30 seconds.
No, go. Keep it in.
My brother loves soft music. He's the kind of guy who would like found the early like YouTube core generic soothe electronic house. I don't know words that describe music. And it's just like the same like 4-beat melody repeated for 3 minutes, and it sucks and is terrible. And now he listens to like real bands on like Spotify and stuff, but they still kind of like have weirdly I want to call them uncomfortable, but they're only uncomfortable for me. There are lyrics where they just like kind of egg the audience into their kind of safe space. They kind of yearn for them to lose themselves and relax, and the lyrics kind of do that, and I'm not really down for that because that seems a little in my face, a little meta thing. But So Great and Powerful, his stuff is like they tell a story either melodically or once he started adding lyrics lyrically, and he would tell stories with his stuff, and that I can get immersed into because it's not about me anymore. It's about Applejack on that one episode where she abandons her family.
That's right.
Because she couldn't face her failures. So Great and Powerful. I hear that So Great and Powerful want it to be like the band Destroyer, but So Great and Powerful doesn't have the production value of Destroyer. So Great and Powerful can't really make like the simple, clean, well-produced melodies
can we have some
that the
background
band
on what
Destroyer makes.
Destroyer is?
Destroyer is just, well, I don't know any fucking. Let me go to Wikipedia and see what Wikipedia says. Destroyer is a band. Is it alt rock? What are genres?
I don't know what SoGreat
Genres,
is.
indie rock. Okay, Destroyer is an indie rock band from 1995 to present. They make really mellow, laid-back beats as well. He's got this like transcendental kind of voice. So Great and Powerful has remixed a couple of his songs, such as fucking
That one.
the Music Lovers. The Music Lovers and fucking not Kupo, but another one.
We should
Some
preface this
consistent
anyway with describing. I'll think is like this. It's impossible.
Music is
You will
fucking
never.
impossible.
You will never be able. I will never know what the fuck you're talking about unless I actually listen to the music. So if you haven't heard SoGreat, listen to like any of his songs.
Yeah.
Go to SoGreatandPowerful.com for the archival site. There's no ads, no nothing. It's just a clean little space image and just a list of the songs.
Genres are stupid. Don't like segment stuff into genres.
Yeah, I don't
I-
know.
Genres are
What?
useful to an
No,
extent,
they are-
but like
No.
music
That's
genres go
stupid.
like way too
You're
specific into
that's
subgenres such that I don't understand.
I don't find genres useful because I can't say that I like a
Yeah.
genre of music because there might be a rock song that I like. Like there might be a couple rock songs that I like, but I don't say I'm into rock. There might be one electronic
I would
song
say I'm
that
into
I like.
rock.
I don't know what
Listen,
you
when
would
you listen to the
even.
entire Rush
It's
discography
just
and
for the
Queen.
sake of categorization, and
I guess.
like,
Yeah.
that's not a stupid thing to consider.
I didn't
Yeah.
say it was stupid. I just said it's not helpful for
Well, I'm
me.
talking to Nico because that just actually infuriated me.
No, listen. There's a lot of music that it comes from the desire to make something very unique and special. I would say that So Great and Powerful fits that. I wouldn't know what to categorize it at, and I think something like electronic, it doesn't really
Not
do it
specific
justice. Yeah, it's sort of like it's focused on interesting and catchy melodies using synthy kind of Daft Punky sounds mixed in with the audio from My Little Pony, which
So
like
you're
a
gonna
lot
say
of
all
stuff
this
like
and then someone's gonna comment like what the genre is.
Oh, whatever. Listen, So Great and Powerful wanted to be like Destroyer, but they didn't have the production value of Destroyer. So they made up for it by making the most complex, harmonious compositions possible. Anything in the standard model has like 6 different things going on at once, and they all line up with each other perfectly.
Yeah,
It's a
Yeah.
fucking bed of flowers.
SoGreat's music is like dun-dun-dun-dun-dun through the whole song. It's always like dun-dun-dun-dun-dun through the whole song.
There's always these little licks, these little touches,
It, like,
these little things.
Yeah,
It is
there'll be
kind
like
of
there'll be like a
repetitive, but
little-
there's so much going on that it doesn't feel like it's
It's not
repetitive.
even repetitive. It's like there's something. There's like he'll show like he'll throw in like a weird, interesting like sound, and it'll play for like fucking like 2 seconds, and then you'll never hear it again. He'll just give you a taste and be
Yeah.
like, "Oh, what was that?
Yeah.
What the hell's that?" And then he just moves on
Yeah.
to something else.
His songs take you on a fucking
They
journey.
change. They like
In
the
that
song
way.
changes what's going on like constantly.
Yeah, you can almost call it like linear instead of circular.
yeah.
But I think it does have. I think some of them do sort of have a verse chorus structure.
Some
But
of
now that
them.
I think about it, most songs by the last minute are in a completely new place.
Yeah, he likes
Like
to,
E40 like has this break where you just go to space for a
Which
while.
one's that?
E40 is the Faithful and Strong, the Applejack one, the best one.
Is that the best one? That's the one I didn't know very well. So some of them I've
Didn't know
listened to
very well.
like a fuck ton, like the Fluttershy one. Like
All
that I've heard a million times, but E40 I guess
Yeah.
I've only heard like a couple times.
I guess both the Applejack ones are the best one because I love On My Own and E40.
I like that one too. The standard model, the standard model by all accounts should be embarrassing to listen to, but it's really great and it's not. Fuck you.
Yeah, there is only one moment in So Great and Powerful's discography in which like the pony voice splicing sounds bad, and it's in Love and Admiration because Luna's voice, for some reason, sounds horrible and cringy. And it's like the splices he chose specifically aren't very good. But in every other moment, you would forget that it's pony music if they didn't say pony.
Yeah.
Other than buddy.
I kind of, I don't know about the Luna thing. Maybe? I don't know. I don't think...
It sticks out to me.
It does stick out, and I really don't know why. I don't hate it.
Yeah.
I don't even dislike it. But it's not my favorite either.
Yeah. As I try to discover more music, and then eventually come back to SoGap, I learned that I just love mellow shit. I just love mellow music that allows me to relax because I'm a very high-strung person.
Is SoGap mellow?
Yeah, I would call it metalcore.
Okay, when I say mellow, for me, mellow is like reaching a whole new low.
Is mellow like slow ride or what?
Mellow for me is like is Rice Boy Sleeps, which is just like ambient sounds. It's like hardly a song. There's like no melody. It's like sounds of like fucking wind and like vaguely maybe a little piano that's kind of not playing a melody but sort of. Like that's when I say mellow, it's like almost just white noise.
I think the compositions are really complex and there's a lot to dig into if you listen to them. But if you turn the volume down on them, I used to sleep to SoGap for years. I used to put them on and fall asleep to it. But Kazee doesn't think that's even possible.
I don't. Mellow. Okay, songs can be mellow and have like a beat to them. But sleeping music is a whole another level. Sleeping music has to be... Listen to Rice Boy Sleeps by Yonzi and Alex. Just like Jonsi is Yonzi and Alex. Just look up Rice Boy Sleeps and just pick any song and skip to the middle of it and listen for like 15 seconds, and that's what it has to be for me to sleep.
Yeah.
I would say that that So Great and Powerful actually shares a lot with SoundCloud. The SoundCloud circles, they're very much these like rhythmic circles of certain like shows and stuff like that. Usually anime. But I think that what makes So Great and Powerful so melodic and so good is that the show that he takes the samples from is already a very music heavy show. And it has some, I don't know what the consensus is on My Little Pony performances, but I would say that the voices are very, they're very relaxing and nice to hear. Except, the really squeaky ones.
People like the singing.
No, not the I love how Pinkie Pie sounds in season 1. I love that.
Well, I like it too, but I could see why people wouldn't like it, But similar to So Great and Powerful, there's another artist that makes very similar kind of music, and he also takes from a very melodic, samples and stuff like that and inspiration. And it's Pogo, who is basically So Great and Powerful but with Disney. So if you like that, yeah.
What kind of Disney?
Do I search like Pogo Band or artist?
Look up Pogo. Just look up Pogo on YouTube.
Pogo?
You mean Pokemon Go? That's the abbreviation for Pokemon Go.
No, look up.
Oh shit! I think I heard one of these before. I don't
look
remember
up Pogo, like the up one. The up one's really popular.
Pogo Disney, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Or look up. I'd say look up Pogo Up. The up one's really popular.
On YouTube. Look up Pogo on YouTube.
Yeah. So Pogo makes really great music.
That's right.
It really like rhythmic, really melodic, just like So Great and Powerful. And he takes a lot of inspiration from very melodic shows too. I would call them with very smooth performances and nice sounds.
Seamless.
Note, Pogo's kind of a huge asshole though. So I don't know if you're one of those.
Is he
like,
a huge asshole on social media?
If you're one of those like, oh, the author is not dead, kind of people, which I kind of am.
Check out Not Just Twitter, buddy.
Yeah, basically. No, Pogo's done some fucked up shit. He's just weird sometimes, but he's also a bit of an elitist when it comes to music too. But I think his work is worth the try. It's really nice.
I can't remember for the life of me which Pogo song my ex-boyfriend sent to me. I think it was a Harry Potter one.
There might be a
so
Harry
maybe I'll
Potter
check out
one.
Aloha Mora. 10 years ago, 2009.
You still
Yeah,
have
these are old.
Fucking 2009 to 2011 based era. Fucking Big Beat Mario was made in like 2007 or some shit.
Base
I don't know the year.
pre-Game Grumps era.
Yeah, fucking Lifeformed. I just want to shout out to Lifeformed because I used to not like anything he did other than the Dust Force soundtrack, and now I like everything he does. He's also this complex yet mellow core dude.
Yeah.
I have nothing to fucking say. I like music. I don't... Viewers, tell me the genre. Give me artists to listen to, because all the automated, like Spotify or rateyourmusic.com, all the automated stuff, all they give me is fucking like 70s prog rock just because I just so happened to listen to the entire Rush discography throughout the entirety of 2017. And I got into Queen when Bohemian Rhapsody came out, I guess. And now it's just like, hey, dude, have you heard of David Bowie, Led Zeppelin? I'm like, fucking give me something like John Wayne, man.
Don't listen to
Someone
stuff on Spotify. Spotify
Go to Rate Your
sucks.
Music. Go to rateyourmusic.com/tilde-stablemau. Recommend me albums based on anything I've listened to that came out after 2010, please.
Dude, okay, here's the real way to get into new music is when you're 12 and it's 2010 and you go and you watch an AMV and you watch the AMV so many times that you just end up liking the song even if you didn't like it when you first watched the video.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Dude, my Sonic characters are dancing to the song. Now I like Avenue Q.
Dude, I love Avenue Q.
I used to watch... Okay, this is how I learned about Avenue Q was from Sonic 06 Avenue Q AMV.
Law. Which one was it?
Well, it's Everyone's a Little Bit Racist and It Sucks to Be Me.
Oh. I got really into Avenue Q because of If You Were Gay, which is the greatest song ever. It's hilarious. It's funny.
I don't think...
It is, but it's like... It just feels kind of...
Yeah.
Anything that... Okay,
I
this
guess.
is like... This is a common theme in steep criticism. If I don't like something, then that thing appears basic to me. Like, if you were gay, then I'd shout hooray is like a stupidly like basic lyric.
I agree.
In my opinion. And all the video games I don't like are like, there's nothing complex or interesting about this platforming level, or like Sonic's moveset is too bare bones to be interesting. Stuff like that.
I'm sure when Avenue Q came out, it was like new and groundbreaking. I don't know. I'm just assuming.
Came out in 2003.
Okay, that's a long
So
time
the answer is
ago.
yes.
So yeah, but like
If You Were Gay would be
looking at
really good in 2003.
Looking at it now, it's just like fucking. This is like what like YouTubers do. Like YouTubers take like a song, like Ego Raptor does this.
Yeah.
Ego Raptor like takes like a song and like something and like puts like a fucking edgy twist on it.
Yeah. Avenue Q. That okay.
Is that what Avenue Q does?
Obviously, If You Were Gay isn't that great, but I like it.
No, maybe it is, and I'm just an idiot because everyone likes Sonic, and I don't like him.
I think it was new when it came out,
Sonic.
and now it's just like
Like,
cool
okay.
putting an edgy like sort of out there twist on a song that sounds like a normal Broadway song. Like, ooh, like. You know
I think what makes Avenue Q nice is that it's a very down to earth musical. It's about like people down on their luck having to buy but rent apartments in a really shitty area.
Kazee, have you even seen Avenue Q?
Nice. I haven't seen it, but I've heard a lot of the music from it.
I haven't seen it. I've only listened to like 3 songs from it, and it looks like there's like 20.
I've heard, I don't remember, I've heard probably like 5 or 6 of the songs from it.
Yeah.
Probably
I think I've heard most of
famous
them.
ones, I'm assuming.
I've
seen it.
I sure have access to Broadway in the middle of buttfuck nowhere, Utah. I watched the SpongeBob musical from a phone camera with Ben St. and the guy recording it like got called out by a fucking dude.
Really?
And he's like, no, I don't have my phone out. Like, we're watching it from his phone as that happens.
That's so funny.
It's funnier than the musical. Heyo.
Dab
an
on that
musical.
SpongeBob musical.
Dab on SpongeBob. Shut the fuck up about SpongeBob. Maybe I could like him.
Oh yeah, you don't like SpongeBob.
I want to, but he's just like, the internet won't let me forget about him and enjoy him on my terms. I can only enjoy something if it's on my fucking terms. If you play music in the car, I'm like, ugh.
I agree. SpongeBob can only be appreciated like in peace when you're 8.
Yeah.
Fucking Kazee.
And as you grow older,
you can only grow as a human being when you're 10.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You guys don't know how good Bleach is in 2006 when you're in high school in my specific circumstances.
Yeah, exactly.
And now that you put yourself into that place, you understand exactly what I'm saying, so I don't need to explain it to you.
Dude,
nothing is good or bad. Things are better or worse when you are a certain age at a certain time.
Yeah.
Jesse was right, dude.
But you know what? I'm 22 now, and what am I gonna do about it? I'm sorry, I talked over you, Nico.
No. Jesse was right. Bleach was the best anime ever for like 2 days as a kid. And now I just remember it and go, you remember that part? And that's the best, you know? And that's all there ever will be for me. Thank God.
So Great and Powerful, amazing in 2011, amazing in 2019. Wait a second. That's different than what we were just describing.
Well, yeah.
Europe is good.
That means it's really fucking good.
Yeah.
All right then.
I feel weird because I don't feel the same as you guys.
Tell us how you feel. Enlighten us.
I think he's okay.
That's cool.
I don't think he's like fucking like mind explosion. My penis is falling off. Kind of deal with them.
Ganondorf dunks you off the stage. Shut up.
No,
man, you can't just say that. You can't just say his name.
You off the stage, Nico.
I'm joking.
I appreciate what Gabriel is saying.
I mean, like some of the melodies and stuff are great and all, but like when I was listening to the list that you gave me, it was like fine. I didn't hate it, but I think it might have just been the fact like in the back of my brain, I always kept thinking, this is brony stuff. This is from My Little Pony, and I can't appreciate this for like the thing. I don't know. It was like a weird. I don't know. I just like for some reason couldn't like shake that off.
Wait.
That's really interesting.
And listening to it, I was just like, yeah, this is great and all, but like it just like kept fucking nagging me in the back of my brain, and I couldn't shake it off.
Real quick, did you not get into My Little Pony? Because everyone I know fucking
no, and that's the thing. I'm like one of the only people that I know, and like most of the friend group that like wasn't.
I'm glad that you didn't, because it was retarded.
I got
it was
into
a social construct which
Pony,
warped the minds of the youth for years and had never recovered.
I would like to comment just really quick about Gabe that it's kind of incredible that Gabe is one of the few people in my life with the perspective of I never got into My Little Pony.
Yeah, I know, right?
It's weird because he likes cute things.
I have a thing that I used to do. I'm gonna do it again like this summer, but every summer I'll usually get like a TV show or any kind of cartoon show, and I'll watch it. I'll watch it in its entirety, and then I'll write like maybe like a 3-page essay on it because I'm an idiot about how my feelings towards it, and then like how things would be improved and like a learning experience and all that stuff. One of my favorite things I did was I watched like Hey Arnold and Samurai Jack, and they're like one of my favorite fucking shows.
Oh yeah.
And all that stuff. And I think it was in like 2016 or 2015. I saw like My Little Pony on Netflix, and then I was like, you know what? Everyone will shut the hell up about this. I'm in junior high. It's like I can't escape it. I might as well just watch it.
Whoa. Slow down. You were in middle school in 2015 and 16?
I think so.
I don't think you were, Gabe.
It was like early high. It was like junior high or something. I don't remember. I know I was in junior high. But I watched like up to like season 5.
Like 10th grade.
Yeah. I watched through all of season 5, and I was like, oh, you know what? This is like, it's not like, you know, I don't understand what happened. I honestly like don't understand how this show became such a big fucking deal. Like it has like, it's not a terrible show. By any means, it's not a terrible show.
Season 5 though?
No, I watched all of it up to season 5. Season 5 was the last thing that I watched because at that point I was like, oh cool, Twilight's a freaking alicorn. All right, time to turn this off. I'm done.
Yeah.
After season 5, I was just like, kind of sick of this.
everyone's got their brony story. It's either I watched it and I loved it, or I watched it and I hated it, or I watched it and it was okay. So
I watched it and then
Dave gave us one of his 3 possible answers.
I watched it and I was like,
I loved it, and I watched it and I hated it.
I watched it and I was like, this isn't a bad show, and then I kept watching it and I was like, why am I watching this?
Let me tell you, it's been said a whole bunch of times. Everyone knows this, except for the people who don't. I think the farther away we get from 2012, the less people will know about Neil X's beyond extensive discussion of the Brony community. But what happened was that it was 2010 or 11, and we were surrounded by like edgy, dark shit. This is like fucking Iron Man 2, Pirates of the Caribbean 3. Everything's like gray. First-person shooters are gray and brown. The internet's starting to boom. Memes are starting to exist. My Little Pony gets uploaded to YouTube, and everyone can just access it whenever they want. It's this cute, simple, bubbly, happy show that reminds the depressed 14 to 20, 30-year-olds that their lives don't have to be in complete ruin, and that they can love each other and live happily, and it's all gonna be okay, basically.
Because a couple people were like, "Hey, it's
a couple
good."
of frat boys like watched it ironically and then realized that it was unironically okay.
Yeah, and it gave,
this is before the age of like
a bunch of people
beyond extensive. Okay, Kazee, I'm fighting you right now, and I'm gonna win this because I get to edit it.
You stopped talking, and then I started saying something, and you interrupted me.
All right, then.
I just wanted to say that a couple people didn't just like get into the show by themselves. It was like it had to be like okay culturally to get into it. You know what I'm saying? Like a couple people had to be like, you know what, this is kind of good for it to be other people to be able to even have it in their head that it might be good.
It was this weird like LGBT adjacent contrarian movement, I want to say. Do you want to tell me whether or not that's accurate to bring politics into it?
I have no idea what you just said.
I said it was a weird LGBT adjacent contrarian movement.
Adjacent contrarian.
Yeah.
No, LGBT adjacent, contrarian movement.
A little bit, yeah.
I'm saying you were either gay or you were contrarian. I don't know. I mean, I turned out gay. My Little Pony turned me gay.
Yeah.
My Little Pony's fine, I guess.
That's fine, I guess.
I mean, that's usually my opinion. I watched it and I was like, it's fine, I guess. It's not terrible. I had a couple dozen he's and ha's, and I had a couple of OU and wagged my finger towards my television screen. And then went to go watch something else after Twilight became Alicorn, and I was like, and then I remembered, oh, this is a girls' television show for much younger audiences, and I'm like, yeah, I'd probably go watch something else now.
It's just like colorful and comfy.
Yeah.
And then they say something retarded, and you're like, oh, right.
Yeah.
On Kazee's point that it had to be like, may not socially like, what was the term you used? Like acceptable?
Not general, not like in, regular society, but like on the internet, society, it had to be like, there had to be a notion that this show might be okay.
Yeah, there had to be a click, there had to be a culture.
Anyone.
A CLIQUE.
There had to be any group of people who was like, oh, this is good.
Yeah, well, on that, I think My Little Pony shares a lot with, dare I mention it, Toho. Because it's just like this stupid little thing that's very niche, and like not that many people should be into it, but the community around it and the fan art, the music, there's like conventions, there's like cliques and groups that like made it so that people were less intimidated by it and more like it's just more friendly to get into it because people are getting into it and there's a lot of fun stuff to it. So I think that it shares a lot with that.
Yeah, it shares a lot with Toho, and it shares a lot with like the anime community, in the tone, in what the fuck, and like emotional tone, color tone, main characters. When did K-On! Come out?
11.
So like same time. Yeah, K-On! 2009. So like, anime fans were already like kind of getting into cute, comfy shows with female leads with like low stakes. And like the shows I'm watching lately, I kind of wish had lower stakes, such as Mob Psycho 100. I wish that show didn't get really life-threatening at the end of every season.
I'm sorry, did you start watching Mob?
Me and Anthony just started watching. Munchie just started watching Mob Psycho.
Yeah, oh, nice.
Is it good? Do you like it? Do you like it?
We have really.
I'm glad.
We're watched 2 episodes. We're gonna watch more tonight.
I'm glad my endless weekly shilling has paid off. Maybe.
He brought it to me and said we should watch this, and I said okay.
You guys posted a Sakuga of like this grayscale, this like muted color tone of this girl like spilling milk on Mob and going, the animation in this is so good, and I'm like,
oh no,
this is okay, but I don't get it in context. And then when I watch it in context, Mob is in like this like psycho. He's inside someone's brain. He's being psychoanalyzed by a huge villain.
Don't spoil.
Who's like stronger than him, and I'm like, oh, now I get it, idiots.
Yeah, it's
but like my criticism for Mob Psycho 100 is a criticism that's commonly lobbed at My Little Pony, where like it's better when the stakes are lower. Like My Little Pony would always have like season finales or season premieres where they have to save the world, and it's like dumb.
You know what
and
actually
like Mob
does
Psycho 100, like his family's lives get in danger, and I'm just like, I just want to see this guy work out and improve socially.
You know what I actually do hate about like people from My Little Pony? Them talking about how like that show is like animation is so fucking amazing, and I'm like, are you serious?
Really, no.
It's made in Flash.
No, dude, it's tween.
It's made in Flash, and like most of the like you just track it. Look at that tracker row right there. Ooh.
That actually was what like the
my god,
criticism.
it's so infuriating.
Okay. Nico, you speak and then I speak.
Oh, I'm sorry. That was actually like the thing that, because everybody would talk about that. That would be like the main fucking thing. They'd be like, the story's really good and the animation's really good, and that's why I wanted to check it out. And then I was like, yeah, I've seen Newgrounds Flash animation, guys. It's not that impressive, you know. It's real nice that we can reuse the walking animation 60 times every episode, and sometimes get like the backside animation fine. Where their asses are huge. But relax, it's not really good.
It's fine.
It's fine. I don't want to shit on
like like saving money and all that, and it looks. It's appealing to my eyeballs, you know. I look at it and I don't go. I look at it and I go. I don't think about it.
It's cute.
They liked it because it was cute and colorful. I think it's not the animation which makes it stand out. I think it's the kinesthetics that make it stand out. Anytime a horse walks, you hear a clopping noise on the ground. So you'll hear like slow clopping if they like walk slow, and you'll hear like if they go fast. And then I love that. I think that
sound
really
design
sets it above. Other shows, just in terms of sound design, yeah.
It's all right.
I think the characters were like decently pretty strong. I don't know. They were charming enough.
I think the animation. You said the animation and the story, but I think the animation and the characters are the two things that people really.
Characters and story are like very very similar, like the basically the same thing.
My favorite pony is Applejack because she says I didn't learn anything. And I'm like, oh.
She says, I can eat all these fucking apples.
You can't eat all those fucking apples.
Hey guys, check it out. That's the best thing. There you go. That's My Little Pony is good because Dab Mauve series is great. Watch Dab Mauve.
I just want to bring this up real quick. Like the Hot Diggity Demon episode of like my Invader Zim. The guy who makes Invader Zim makes a joke about that short is his favorite episode of Invader Zim.
Really? Did he say that? You know, I could totally see him being into that shit.
Here's a real question. Here's a real down-to-earth question. How come they never got Hot Diggity Demon to do one episode of My Little Pony? They should have been like, dude, do one episode for fun. Like, dude, you know how Adventure Time is like, yo, yeah, get in here to like anyone? They got like the fucking Devilman Crybaby guy. Just do that.
Did you just say the Devilman Crybaby guy?
Yeah.
The Masaki Yuasa, the
ping pong
guy, the Kaiba guy.
I forgot his name.
The Lou over the wall guy.
I haven't seen Lou.
I can't believe you call him the Devilman Crybaby.
Guys, this is turning into a real nerd argument, and we need to shut the fuck up.
No, yeah. Okay, I was joking.
No girls allowed. Get out of my treehouse.
I forgot
I'm
his
sorry.
name.
Listen. Okay, Nico, you say that, but the hub is Nintendo. We like liking Pony is like liking Kirby. It's like Nintendo doesn't get it.
Cooler.
Hasbro doesn't get it.
I don't know if I
sell
feel
toys
insulted
and they
or
succeed as a business.
Yeah,
Nintendo, they're not gonna make a fucking stage build as a joke. Okay, they don't know. They don't know what's good.
Whatever.
You guys want to talk about a good cartoon?
No.
You guys want to talk about Avatar: The Last Airbender?
Well, I don't think we're done with SoGap, frankly.
Are we done? Okay.
Oh,
well, what do you have to say about SoGap?
Well, I think we didn't exactly talk about SoGap. We talked about SoGap like in general. We didn't talk about any. We didn't really go into it a lot.
Yeah.
I just don't know how. I guess
Well,
I just love all of his music. I love the melodies. I love the way he composes tracks. I love his lyrics. I like the sound of his voice when he started to sing in S2. I like the subject matter he chooses is very dreamlike, but it also feels like kind of a character study. Like fucking Indelible Ink is all about like Pinkie Pie's sister and how she's trying to find her belonging in a world where her sister's like a celebrity, a big strong girl. It's like Dasher Transforming Eve is just like a fucking romance between the singer and Rainbow Dash. It's like really sweet. It's really sweet stuff. Like there's a song he does where he just like ships the two. I love 40 Winks. 40 Winks is the best one.
I also
40 Winks is all about he can't fall asleep and then he wakes up. And there you go. How do I analyze music, guy? Am I Anthony Fantano yet? I think he's fine. I'm sorry, I'm not doing you justice, so yeah, I'm sorry.
I like the beginning and the end of 40 Winks.
Which one?
40 Winks.
The song.
Oh. Sure.
I wanted to say, I had a thing to say. Last night, me and Munchie were listening to So Great and Powerful together with the Rhythm Bots. And he was like, oh, I got something to put on. And he's like, this is some shit because we're doing So Great and Powerful. So we put on the So Great and Powerful Cat's Millionaire collab. And then he said, oh, shit, I forgot that you hate Cat's Millionaire. And, I wanted to talk about it because we had a discussion where, basically, he likes that Cat's Millionaire. Have you guys listened to Cat's Millionaire?
A little bit, yeah.
Cat's Millionaire's gimmick is that she sings badly, is that she's off key.
I think it evokes the correct thing. It kind of evokes her as kind of like a rebellious punk, but she's also kind of pouring herself into it anyway.
Yeah, it's like you know, like a fucking
like Endless Jest does
like
that
rebel teenager singing in her room. She's so cool and shit. He thinks it's cool. I don't. I just don't like the way it sounds. But at the same time, he said the same thing about SoGap. He said that SoGap sounds kind of like almost like bad on purpose. But he likes SoGap.
I don't agree. I think SoGap sings well.
I agree with that.
I think he puts on a voice when he sings, but I like that voice and I like what it evokes, that kind of dream-like quality. Oh, that's right. When I was 18, I loved the phrase like "So great and powerful" sounds like you're at the bottom of the ocean or drifting through space.
That's definitely correct.
It's so flowery. Such a flowery metaphor.
For me, it feels like Cat's Millionaire, like the notes. She's not quite hitting the notes on purpose. With SoGap, it's like so that's the way that like she's like quote unquote bad on purpose. The way that SoGap is quote unquote bad on purpose is that he's hitting all the notes, but the arrangement of the notes is like weird and like not like we have a way that we expect music to flow. We have certain notes that we expect to go together, and we have like it varies from culture to culture, but we have like when music does this, does like it's like some notes in a certain order, we have like an unconscious expectation for them to go in a certain place after that. And SoGap kind of breaks that sometimes, I feel like. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I do, but I feel like he doesn't break them in a way that sounds bad. I feel like if
No,
he
it
is
sounds
breaking
good.
convention, he's pushing it in a good direction.
Yeah, no, it's good.
I'm kind of resentful of the term subversive due to Homestuck and Star Wars The Last Jedi, but I think So Great and Powerful expands the musical range and people's awareness of it with his performances. I would say that So Great and Powerful like hits the right notes. He just sings quietly. I think So Great and Powerful is just music that's like suited to play quietly, and if you play it loud, it'll kind of feel garish if you play it too loud. And some other music is meant to play loud, and other music is meant to play quiet. I'm glad that I have an example of music that's meant to play kind of quiet.
Yeah. I think the same kind of does the same. Who is it that did the album art for that Cat's Millionaire Fun with Pinkie Pie on it?
I have no.
You know who I'm talking about, right?
No.
I think they also did art for SoGap. I think it might be one person, but it might be different people.
Oh yeah. I don't know how to get the album
people,
art because the website doesn't.
It's either multiple people
blacksquares.bandcamp.com
who have similar art style, or it's like different, or it's one person with different name. I don't know, but their art, it goes with that because it's in the same vein of being like weird and off kilter on purpose. Like it's drawn
by ellaflora.net and cutebrowse.tumblr.com.
Is it
I wasn't listening, I was just source finding.
Yeah.
There you go, Kazee, I did it. Give me a gold star.
Where's the gold star?
Oh, dude, I love this!
What are you looking at?
I love this image that I'm not going to put on screen. Look at it!
Put it on screen, you coward.
Yeah, no, yeah. Okay,
I love
this. This is what their pony shit looks like, and it's like I always
put all these.
No,
do it.
And still today, I really liked this art style.
These are nice.
Because I think
really cute.
that this art is bad, but it's really good. It's not bad. It's really good.
I wouldn't say it's bad.
What?
in
Why is it
visual
bad?
art, it's a lot easier to distinguish between not technically impressive art, but art which successfully expresses what it means to do.
I'm sorry. Why is let's say the Steven one again? Put it on screen. The Steven why is it bad? Apart from obviously like the anatomy.
It doesn't follow anatomy. That's literally it. Everything else about it is great. The emotions go through on the faces and the figures. The colors are on point. It's like it's kind of blunt, but its bluntness complements the emotion of the scene. That's why I laughed when I saw it. I laughed because I was hit with such a strong feeling.
You
but
laugh
I like
when
this
you
unironically.
see it. You laugh when you see it, but you're also like, yeah, like I think it takes like a lot of people look at stuff such as hold on. No, I got it. No, don't worry, I have it.
Put him in.
No, hold on, don't worry. Don't worry.
Cut
Okay,
this out, Steve. Cut this out.
This is gonna make you laugh. This is gonna make you laugh. Like this image. Please look at this. And it's like what the fuck? Like this looks it's almost like it's like when you see those things like, oh, this child's drawing like rendered by a professional artist almost. I think it takes like a real skill to make something look like a child drew it and like an adult drew it at the same time.
Yeah. See, you're saying it looks as if a kid drew it, and a lot of people are gonna think that's an insult to its technical ability. But like, this is like technically impressive.
It is.
It's just like Sweet Bro and Hella Jeff. Like Sweet Bro and Hella Jeff takes a lot of work to make.
Yeah, it takes a lot of effort to make it look like shit.
You have to be kind of smart to know how to compose that correctly in a way that
Yes.
doesn't look sloppy, but looks like funny.
That's how I feel. That's how I feel about all this
But
art.
she's like melting through. She's like melting into the floor, and she's sad.
My face when? That
She's
right
sad.
there.
She's sad because Steve doesn't like her performance in Love and Admiration.
I don't know if
So
what
sad.
this has to do with SoGap, actually. I feel like this artist did stuff for SoGap, but maybe I'm wrong. I think they did, though.
It's high potential. Let me see if I can name the song. It's Medila Majuli, maybe. Let me Google image search Matalija Musti. Is what it actually is. No. I'm just gonna cut this whole part out.
Don't.
No, it needs to flow. We can have flow. All you have to do is edit out the bad. Oh, here. Something like this. This looks like a different artist.
Oh.
That looks like a different artist.
I don't
That's
know.
like a little too, like, the pose is a little too still.
Yeah, it might be different artists.
Yeah. Anyway, what else do we have to say about So Great and Powerful, Steve's favorite musician?
The standard model.
He's fine.
The standard model is
Yeah.
really good. They take all the songs at the end and they put them into one, and it sounds
It's
really
like what
good.
they do in the video games.
It's just like what they
It
do
is
in the
exactly
video
like what they do in the
games.
video games, but like leitmotifs are good, and I like them.
It's
I
like
was always
what the
confused
majority
because,
of artists do.
Because I always listen to Your Faithful Student, and I was like, who is this? This doesn't sound like Twilight. And then Anthony was like, it's Celestia. And I was like,
No, that's what I said.
oh, that's what you said. Okay, I'm sorry.
I said that.
You did say that. I don't know why I thought he said it. You did say it, though. And I was like, oh my god. Why
Yeah.
couldn't I fucking... I
It's-
just assumed it was supposed to be Twilight because all the other songs were voiced by the ponies that they were about.
I just expect a video with an avatar on screen talking at me facing the camera.
What?
That's more of a joke about how stupid I am than how stupid anyone else is. Anyway, So Great and Powerful. Let me rate So Great and Powerful out of 100. 97 out of 100. Do you know why? Because I like 97% of his songs. So Great and Powerful is an artist. I only dislike like 3 of his songs total out of like 20 or 30, and that's pretty rare, I guess.
That's more than 3%.
Hmm?
That's more than 3%.
Oh, it's like 90. It's like an A minus. Fucking, oh my god, fuck school. I don't like Other Animals or Fun. That's why I kind of like stuttered when you mentioned it.
Yeah, no, I like.
Fun's like fucking BDSM.
When I was talking to Munchie last night, you know, I was saying how I really like this Alice Flora art, and I like the way that this is quote unquote bad on purpose. That's just the term I'm gonna use.
We need a better term, because saying bad on purpose implies that it's bad at all, and it's not.
Yeah, you're right. But that's what I'm gonna say. You know what I mean? It's not bad. It's good. It's fine. But you know,
What's the term for that? I can't remember what it was. It was like
Cat's Millie does the same thing. But I just don't like it. I just don't like it.
Abstract.
Ugh, I don't want to talk about Picasso.
What a fan.
I hate Picasso.
12th grade. 10th
You
grade.
hate
Angry.
Picasso.
I do.
Picasso, whatever.
I mean, what do you mean? Which one's Picasso? What do you
Oh, that
mean?
one.
He's terrible.
The
He's
funny
whatever, man. He's just like he's just like one of those painters who like abstracted shit, and it's like, yeah, all right.
one.
You know what? I think I'm underrating Picasso's art now that I'm looking at them. They look pretty sick.
No, I hate him.
Picasso.
I can see why
they're
you
funny because
would.
it's like fuck you. It's
They're
like a
Picasso-
shit post.
It is. It is.
No.
It's like a shit. It is like a shit post.
No, okay.
No,
some
now
of
I hate
them
it
are
even
shit-
more.
No, some of them are shitpost like, but like this one is like not shitpost like. This one is like they're going for something here. But like if I saw this painting, this is a shitpost of a paint. Oh my god, the file's too powerful. Okay, god damn it. This painting is a shitpost, but like the one above it's like fine, like real and ironic.
Most of these look shitposty.
Picasso's work takes a lot of skill to make it shitpost.
Yeah.
In a way that doesn't just look like a kid made it.
I hate this. Can we
But I just don't. The art style's just not for me. But that's the point. The point is that it's that's the point. It's not for me, and it's and
Picasso.
I think it looks. I don't really like these.
I would hate
that you're not
Picasso.
supposed to.
Yeah. Picasso would love your art, Steve. Well, yes, Steve, but also Gabe.
I hate Picasso.
Oh, Picasso would love my Blaziken spread, right?
That's what he wants. He wants you to hit him.
He'd be like, "Fuck yeah."
No, my art's like not Picasso like because it's like too stiff and it's like afraid to express.
Make it more Picasso-like.
No, I mean I should, but
when I
was in Boston, I had the mentality to do that, and the moment I got back in Boston, a weight was in my stomach, and I just couldn't. And I'm stressed out. I'm in a weird place in my life. All right, so tell me to make my art more like Picasso in like 2 months, okay?
Okay.
Jeez. Okay, I'm glad we talked about So Great and Powerful and bronies and art and stuff for 58 minutes. Does anyone want to talk about anything else with SoGap? Do you want to talk about Avatar: The Last Airbender for like 30, 40 minutes?
Avatar is kind of like ponies, but it's good. Dab and podcast.
Avatar: The Last Airbender is a show that's like, it's in 480p and it's like you have to fucking deinterlace it and there's like not as many frames, and yet the composition and the writing is so perfect that the images look like more than the sum of their parts. Avatar: The Last Airbender is evocative in that way, despite being like 2003 and like I bet if I bought the Blu-ray it would still look kind of like not as defined as I wanted it to be.
Yeah, the first season's like, it was very early Western digital animation, and you can tell
it
looks
outsourced.
really. Yeah, well,
as usual, as most.
Maybe it was early. I don't know. Korea is usually where they outsource it. So
yeah, I think it was Korea that did most of the work.
I'm sure.
Yeah. Point is, it was early.
But I know it was very. I would say it's a very good unitization of like both Western and Eastern ideas. It's a very good show that like combines both like a lot of the I want to remember the name of the guy who did like the best writing for Avatar, because he's like responsible for like some of the best moments in that series. I'll probably remember him in like 10 minutes.
It's two guys.
I don't know any fucking names.
No, not the two guys. No, I actually hate them. It's actually another guy, because those two guys went on to make Korra, and I actually really hate Korra.
Oh, shut up. Korra's fine.
Korra's okay.
No, it's
not as good as Avatar.
Yeah.
Because the one thing that like I always like when I think about Korra is like given everything on like a silver platter, and it's just like Aang had to earn those. Aang had to earn those stuff, you know. He had to learn all those elements.
My fictional character didn't work for her lunch money.
And
what am I going to
do? Relationships
but that's
were, like,
legitimate.
so terribly done.
That's a legitimate thing, Nico.
It's a legitimate thing, because in Airbender it was just like you know how like Katara and Aang were like they're just like I like you, and it was like and then like they didn't, but they kept like putting each other off, and it was just like this constant back and forth for so long, and then in just Korra it was just like, hey, you're pretty hot, too, and then that was it.
I think the entire world of The Legend of Korra is too spoiled. I think the fact that it's in like 1920s developing American society, capitalistic society, is like to the detriment of Avatar: The Last Airbender. The fact that Avatar: The Last Airbender took place in a giant sprawling Earth Kingdom with miles and miles of untamed land ripe for the bending was really good. But if you try to bend in a city for even 5 seconds, you've caused thousands of dollars in property damage and jail time.
That's really funny.
So like things have to be a little more. They have to be like a little less creative, a little more structured, a little more.
Because I was reading because I was reading about like because the creators were just like, yeah, we like that aesthetic, and I'm like, yeah, that's fine, but the at least mechanics and stuff from Avatar don't fit in that kind of place. I would say, or at least like or at least like if you are going to utilize that kind of environment, write the story around that instead of just the story it takes place in that thing and that's it.
Are you saying that like? Oh, I'm sorry. Go on.
I mean, I have like a whole thesis I could go off of. So why don't we finish this conversation and then I'll go on my thesis.
Oh, I was gonna ask. Are you saying basically that like you're disappointed that Republic City wasn't built around bending?
Yeah.
Yeah, like remember when Aang goes and meets Boomy? Remember when he goes and meets Boomy, and then like the like all the earthbending is like running like all the stuff and like the mail system, and then they would run the mail system, and it was really funny. Like stuff like that.
You're spoiling my thesis.
Wait. On the defense of Korra, the whole point of Republic City is that it's this hot pot of like all the literal cultures and like bending of the world. And a big part of it was that a lot of non-benders also lived in Republic City, and that's kind of the whole point of season 1. So I would say that it's fine that Republic City is geared towards it's not like Ba Sing Se where it's like, oh, it's built around bending, because there would be many types of benders and non-benders in that city, and the whole point of it is that it's an equalizer.
Well, everyone. I don't think it was very well executed.
Well, that's the whole point of the first
season. I think it was poorly utilized.
I don't think there was enough to explore in that setting.
That's fine.
Yeah,
you can destroy some property, and then you can throw some like very minimalized elemental projectiles, and that's like most of what season 1 was.
Hear me out. I agree. I think Korra is disappointing, but I think Korra, at least season 1, the biggest disappointment of it, it's not that the city wasn't, geared towards bending. It's that the show becomes like a sports anime for like most of it, and it's not interesting because like
most of season 1.
Yeah.
Characters were I barely connect. Like I didn't even care about any of the characters that were in it. They meant nothing to me. And after that, it was just like just kind of trudging along throughout that entire show until the ending. And I was like, oh yeah, that's expected. I take a sip of my Capri Sun and then go on with my day.
In middle school who liked Korra, and I went over to her house, and she was like, I want to show you an episode of Korra. She was really into it, and I said, Avatar was good, I'll watch it. We watched it, and I said, that fucking sucked.
Kazee, you probably won't be able to tell if it was season 1, 2, 3, or 4.
I have no idea. I have no clue. All I remember is that I hated it, and it sucked.
All right, let's talk about good show. Let's talk about Avatar. I want to talk about Aang.
I didn't mean for this to become a Korra versus the Last Airbender.
Well, sorry, it's just
Korra doesn't exist.
Only Avatar exists. Yeah.
Korra does not exist.
It's just I have to bring it up because of the writer guy. I need to remember who he was because he wasn't on Korra, and I'm gonna friggin' find him right now.
Avatar: The Last Airbender is the best cartoon, and like the first thing, if you want to like learn how to write cartoons and you want to like the basics, it's like you should probably look at the characters in the story of Avatar: The Last Airbender and how their performances and their scripts manage to make you empathize with them on a personal level and on a level of their responsibilities of Aang needing to save the world, Katara needing to kind of take care of everyone, and Sokka needing to support the group in his way. But I don't care about that shit. The reason I think that Avatar: The Last Airbender is worth talking about and we're thinking about are the video gamey reasons. Let's talk about why bending is like the best, like most explored mechanic in cartoons. Bending is just magic. It's just levitation, telekinesis of certain objects, and there's a limitation of what those objects can be. But the way they are integrated into the culture, integrated into like how to perform them spiritually, it's fucking Kino. So you get Uncle Iroh season 2. He explains that what the elements are about and like what emotions they're sort of drawn from. Where how like Earth is strength in numbers and diversity. Where the fuck did I write this? God, where's my notes? I'm like stammering and I'm trying to find my fucking notes. Hold.
Rest in peace.
Okay, here. So like air is like freedom and water is like adaptability and earth is like strength and fire is like will or power. How that you just feel that in the way that they bend, the way that they move, you feel that. the firebenders move in ways that are
fiery,
well choreographed, well practiced, and like precise. And earthbenders use very like strong, wide, simple stances.
They fucking
Airbenders
spread their
light on
leggies
their
real.
feet.
They spread their leggies and they have their giant, thick, bare feet, and they jump and they go boom on the ground.
Yeah. And then like waterbenders, they kind of do something in the middle. They're very flowy. And like what's good about this is that it's very easily understood, and yet it runs so deep. Like you just look at the opening animation
like
and
dance,
you immediately understand what's happening. Yeah, like a dance.
It feels like
the movements are like based off from like real life martial arts. And
they are. They're
all
based
the
off
movements
of
and stuff like that.
every single fighting style is based off of a real martial art. Like Toph's fighting style, it's based on like this praying mantis style, which is developed by a blind woman and then subsequently like banned from their culture or some shit. The lore runs deep, my friends.
Oh,
Yeah.
don't even get me
Steve,
started.
you're literally making me want to like rewatch Avatar.
Yeah,
You
but
should rewatch it.
like
I'll
once
do
every
that with
2
you.
years.
I'll do that with you.
Dude, with me?
Yeah, I'll do that with
Please.
you. Yeah, I'll do it.
Please, yeah.
I have not even watched all of it. The only time I ever watched it was like when it was on TV as a kid. So I will
do we
just watch it all
watch it?
with you.
I
It's
have
really
it on
great
DVD.
watching. Like, yeah, I mean, there's not
It's
on
like a
Netflix.
lot of.
No, it's not.
surprisingly-
It's on Netflix outside of the
it's-
It's on Netflix for like third world countries, but not for America.
It's kind of mind blowing that like Avatar isn't like that available as much as other shows.
It used to be on Netflix in like 2009, and it was Kino. It was like the best show on Netflix. It was your reason to get Netflix. You'd get Netflix for Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood and Avatar: The Last fucking Airbender. And now it's on like Nick.com streaming site, which like will
Yeah,
like, steal your identity and give you virus
No, I'm
SpongeBob
just saying I
viruses.
found it.
Thank God I have my SpongeBob DVDs.
But if you pirate it, you have like the Nick logo, and you have like low quality. Okay, I'm glad you found it, Kazee. But we're talking about it right now. We can watch it. Okay. I'm talking about how every character has their own fighting style. This runs like beyond deep. Like every episode in season 1 has a different fighting style, a different way of using the same element. Earthbenders can use rocks as projectiles. They can use rocks as handcuffs. They can use rocks as small discs, large discs. Toph senses the vibrations of the earth through her bending. Boomy just like is the strongest man, so he just like lifts the largest possible rock. Fucking Toph learns metal bending. Sandbenders are technically earthbenders, but they use it like air. They use the mail system. They slide the shit through the chutes. They use trains. The trains are run by earthbending. I feel like I'm missing one. Oh, coal bending, where they do the jailbreak. They use coal as like it's a bit more malleable of a substance, but it's still like a solid, so they can use that as a material with which to escape the Fire Nation Navy. They're scattered throughout the series, season 1 and 2.
There's like different.
Every episode has a different one.
Bending,
is what I'm trying to say.
talk about
Every episode has
blood
a different way. Yeah, water goes to like ice. It goes to like boats. It goes to fucking blood.
Like people like it's an actual like taboo to like control people with the water in their bodies.
Yeah.
It's just, like actually like scary and terrifying.
Avatar,
it was in
3.
season 3. It's like one of the best episodes.
It was kind
Season
of
3 has a lot of the best
in,
episodes.
It's kind of like done worse in Korra.
Yeah, honestly.
Because it's weirdly treated like mind control and like, oh, he can take away your bending. Oh, okay.
You wanna
it's like, oh, that's like stupidly powerful.
Can I talk about like one of like okay, all right. The bending's great, but you know who's the best like non-bender ever to ever exist? Sokka.
Yeah, Sokka in
okay,
season 1, he always has a plan.
Always has a plan. He literally invented like actually like how to fly on like balloons and boats and stuff. And he was like a moron, but he was such a genius. It was so great.
Sokka is so like practical. He solves practical problems. He's the engineer in TF2.
Yeah, like remember when he made that meteor sword? He made a space sword.
He's so fucking determined, man. He bends in his own way. He bends.
So
with his
like surprisingly, like it's so great because like the main cast, like everyone, you get all the people who have like each of their elements and stuff, and you get Zuko later. But like Sokka, even though he is the non-bender, he still like pulls his own weight in a sort of way, and it like kind of like shows like, you know, all these guys, they're all like different. They all have like these different abilities, and together with the power of friendship, and they get it all together. My Little Pony sucks. Avatar's great.
Yeah, Avatar is the best. Sokka gets a sword, and then he never slices people with it. He always like blocks them with the hilt.
Boomerang.
That's like
the saga of Boomerang and seeing if it'll finally come back.
Dude, the Boomerang fucking beat the dude. Beat Explosion Man.
Did.
The Boomerang did it. He bonked him on the head.
Actually, I like how like talking about Explosion Man. They don't really like talk about Explosion Man. He's just a dude who could make explosions come out of his head. But it was just like, I never really like thought about it when watching it. It was only like an afterthought, like after a while, where it was like, wait, that guy, like, that wasn't actually like a bending thing. It was just like he just had explosions in his brain, and that was just weird.
Well, I think it's, yeah, it.
But it felt like because of the fact that I was watching it and I wasn't really like thinking about it too much. Is that a good thing? Like the fact that like I didn't really have to think about it.
I think it's firebending adjacent, but it kind of seems like a curse.
Yeah,
it's presented like differently.
And one of my favorite things, because it has like some of the coolest designs and characters, like the spirits and like the other world, like the mythological monsters that are in the worlds. Like the owl guy who watches like that library in the desert, where he was like, you can use my library, but you can't use any of the information to harm others. And then
I've only seen bits and pieces.
Find when the next eclipse is. They find the night clock, and it's like a montage of them like pushing the clock over and over again, seeing when the moon is finally gonna go over the sun, and then it's just like, we did it, we found it out, and then the owl is just like, no.
Dude, the fucking nature of humanity. That episode runs like a fucking Aesop fable.
Oh, man, it's so and like in that episode specifically, they Aang learns about the turtle, like the turtle dragon thing, and that's like brought back in like season 3 when he learns how to like take away people's bending, which some people complain that like it's kind of a scapegoat, like the fact that like he defeated him by just taking away his bending, like the Fire Lord. But I think it's like kind of perfect in a way, like how like this guy, like the main source of like this guy's power, it gets taken away, and like is the reason why like a lot of people fear him and stuff like that.
It also runs with the theme that Aang is a pacifist. A big part of the last season is that everybody is like, Aang, you know you're gonna have to actually kill this dude. You can't just like not
lose
kill
his
him.
Sleep over it. He becomes an insomniac.
Yeah.
And like that's a great episode.
And Zuko's like, dude, please kill my dad.
Fine.
Please.
No, it's fine.
Yeah.
And then at the end, in your
Zuko.
bedroom and begs you to kill his dad.
And he just constantly like, no, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. This isn't like, this goes against my morals. This goes against like the morals of the Avatar. So the idea that he finds this new technique to erase his own fucking powers is good. Also, it looks fucking sick.
Yeah, that visual, just like the glowing blinding light, and it's just like this pushing back and forth.
Yeah.
So cool.
I think the pacifist ending was properly earned. I think Aang really struggled a lot internally and externally in order to reach this conclusion. And only this one special snowflake character gets to develop a new power like that and do it. And he like almost gets consumed by him like in doing it. And yeah, it was good. Oh, did we just spoil the entire show for you? You've seen it though, right?
No,
you've seen it. Kazee, you'll watch it. We'll watch it, and it'll still be great.
You'll still watch it, and you'll still love it. You will.
No, you'll still love it spoiled. I promise.
Yeah, it's not the real Avatar is the friends you make along the way. So like don't worry about it.
The way Kazee, the way I watched Avatar: The Last Airbender as a kid was through like reruns on the weekends. So like I only knew like the season 2 finale highlight and like the series finale highlights. But what I didn't get when I bought the DVD were the like moments in between and all the friends you made along the way, which like really just kind of ascend it. to what it is today.
I think the real reason Avatar works so perfectly is the fact that its pacing is so like well done. It's just like you gotta go from here to here, and then everything else in between is just kind of like whatever. And every other episode, you get like little special episodes with like certain characters, so you learn more about them. The episode when like Aang is like trapped with like some fisherman people during a storm, and he like talks about like the fact that like why he was trapped for 100 years.
Let's not spoil anymore though.
It was
Kazee, deafen yourself.
God, just go watch it. Just go watch the show.
Because I want to talk about this. I want to talk about pacing because it's a buzzword, and I want to elaborate it and justify pacing as much as I possibly can. I think that Avatar: The Last Airbender, despite only being like 30-ish episodes, it just like displays the elements of a proper epic where every stop that he makes along the way teaches you more about the world on a macro and a micro level. We see his individual victories slowly stack up to become his macro victory. I think this is really demonstrated well in Katara's growth. Katara starts the series off not knowing how to bend at all. She can manipulate water. It's about all she can do. She steals a waterbending scroll because she really needs to become a waterbender and feel special. And she learns the water whip. She's really bad at it. She uses the water whip like constantly. I swear to God. And she learns and improves upon the water whip over time. So like I maybe by the end of season, this is like a little bit fuzzy for me, but by the end of season 1, she like can probably use it like decently competently. Aang masters the octopus formation instantly, and it's a fucking gag. But like by the end of season 2, Katara can use the octopus formation because she practices, she puts in the work, she grows little by little, episode by episode. She's always obsessing over her little water jug. And then during season 3, she's like a fucking superhero. She's got water whips for arms. And we experienced that growth with her. We believe that growth. We believe that this girl could go from zero to hero because we watched every step of that journey.
Zuko's best villain. Zuko's the best villain ever.
Oh yeah. Zuko's great.
The perfect like redemption and like perfect villain ever.
Zuko's the best like redemption arc because like they wait until the last possible moment for him to switch sides. He switches sides and then he goes on an adventure with like Sokka, and then he goes on an adventure with Katara, and then I think he goes on an adventure with Aang, and then finale, boom.
Oh my god.
But it's like so. Oh, those episodes are so good.
Zuko's face turn was fucking difficult for him. It was like Zuko's face turn was as difficult for him as the things I'm going through in my life are for me right now.
It's
like it's very earned.
A lot of the times when people do like redeem the villains, it's kind of a thing nowadays in like a lot of modern shows where it's just like, oh, we beat the guy. Well, I guess we're friends with you now, Goku, and it's just, whatever, it's great and all, but like they don't like
they don't
a lot of times
him.
It's just like, they don't trust him. They don't trust him. Yeah. Discord. They don't immediately trust him. They have to build it up slowly, more and more and more. And then it's just like a lot of other shows, it's just like, I guess he's just here now. I mean, he's just here.
Zuko had the opportunity to like switch sides like twice, like once in season 1 where he saves Aang, and then
so
once
many
in
times.
season 2 where he fucking burns him for it. He's like, dude, I could become good. No, I can't do it. I'm sorry. Man, it's the fucking best.
Did you know television is a very good medium for storytelling and other various forms of entertainment?
Let me just make sure I've talked about all of my points. I've talked about. Oh, I want to talk about. I mean, my main point is just how bending is used. Like bending is like a more explored mechanic than most video game mechanics are. But like, firebending's pretty fucking sick. Because you've got like basic shit. You have this dichotomy between like angry firebending and like soulful firebending, where Uncle Iroh's always trying to tell him to bend from the breath, not the muscle.
Drink your tea, bro. Just drink it up.
And so when he switches sides, he's not like that angry anymore. He's like very humbled. So he has to like find his inner flame again. But firebending isn't like an exclusively aggressive attribute, just like in Shark Boy and Lava Girl.
No,
fuck?
I hate that you said that because you're right.
You are light. He uses firebending to keep himself warm in the freezing cold at the end of season 1. And also during season 1, Aang finds a firebending teacher who uses firebending incredibly defensively. He uses pillars of fire to separate himself from his opponents. He also uses pillars of fire as kind of like a smoke bomb, I guess, to kind of like get away. And I really appreciate how every element is explored in that way. I guess airbending can't be explored that much because all the airbenders went extinct, but I think the episode with the mechanical people making kind of like fake gliders
I don't know
well in place of that.
What goes on with this alt bending shit later on.
Yeah.
But
hey man, no, it was
I don't know anything about blood bending, but it seems OP and I feel like I don't like it.
And he learned to fly. And that's like kind of okay.
Steve, you get a sigh from me.
No, I don't get a sigh from you. Korra gets a sigh
Yeah,
from
look,
you.
I'm gonna do right now. Steve.
No, I'm not. Listen, it's okay. Korra's okay. It wasn't the best.
It feels like a wasted opportunity. That's what disappoints me the most. It's just like a wasted opportunity. To do more with like. It's like getting handed this perfect perfect. It's like getting handed like the Bible, and you're like, here's all the perfect rules that like it's so perfect, like the perfect base for setup, and then you're just like,
how in the world?
And then you accidentally sneeze on it,
Mormon,
and then you accidentally rip out a page and you start wiping your nose with it, and I'm like,
how in the world?
It's not everywhere.
Could that
the comparison between the Legend of Korra and Avatar: The Last Airbender is can be concluded incredibly simply by this description. Avatar: The Last Airbender had a planned beginning and ending. Legend of Korra did not have a planned beginning and ending, so it just kind of fucked around.
Lay sigh.
Like Avatar: The Last Airbender is it's the complete package.
It's like a perfect story from beginning to end. Anyone who like wants to learn about writing about worlds, it's actually like a really good exercise in world building because a lot of the rules in it aren't that complex. It's the same as even our world is just.
I'll accept the evaporation thing. You don't even need to tell me the other stuff.
Even like the powers that people have are very, very simple. So it's a very simple premise to go off of, and it's not like I'm an earthbender. I can literally move the planet. It's like no, it's like actually like very, very limiting.
Power limitations.
Yeah, never again.
It is OP.
No, but it actually is. But it's like no, but it's kind of treated. I think the power levels in Avatar are treated really well. I described how kind of Katara like grew to be a superhero, but the power levels are very apparent a lot of the time. For example, waterbenders are more powerful at night. Firebenders are more powerful during the day. So when in the end of season 1, they're fighting under a full moon. The waterbenders are extremely powerful. The firebenders take this into their tactics and they kind of play defensively until the sun rises. Katara and Zuko get into a fight there. Katara's kicking Zuko's ass there. But when the sun rises, Zuko gains the upper hand. And Katara, even though she has perfect bending form, she simply does not have the power behind her bending to block Zuko's attacks at that point. And she gets hit anyway. And I think that's a really, really cool part of Avatar: The Last Airbender is when their form was perfect, but it still wasn't strong enough to block.
Way to go,
Kazee, in Pokemon, fire beats ice, but in everything else, fire and ice, it's like completely random which beats which.
That is true.
If there's more fire than water, the fire just kind of evaporates the water. Basically, it kind of turns it into steam. Fire comes from the air, and the water is different from the air. So you'd think like water, you think of water as like kind of more of a substance, but like fire is built from like everything that isn't currently being taken up by matter. I think it really comes off as like a good combat system when people have to go on the defensive and they have to kind of endure hits. They can't just negate attacks completely. They have to, their physical strength determines how well they can bend.
Man, if only there was a good video game that utilized these mechanics. Oh well.
What? Why was Samurai Jack a 3D game?
What?
Okay, that was random. Never mind.
Oh.
Cut that out, Steve.
I forgot Samurai Jack had video games.
Yeah. Anyway, Avatar's pretty good.
It's pretty great. Listen, I understand that like everyone's made a fucking so deep Captain Christian 30-minute long analysis video on Avatar: The Last Airbender, but I don't feel like any of them were like really on point. And I think that my video gamey like bending appreciation was pretty on point. Like the character arcs, like obviously they're important and Uncle Iroh's the best, and that's like what you'd focus on if you wanted to learn from its storytelling. But I'm a gamer. Only twice.
Not 3 gamers, just 2. I don't want to get ahead of yourself.
I'm a double gamer.
Well, it was good.
And pony shit. Yeah, it was good.
Lame.
So.
Well, thank you.
Quick, think of an ending gag.
Thank you for watching.
Where am I going? Whoa!
Here's an ending gag.
You know, guys, sometimes I feel like I just can't express myself correctly. I use the words, and then they don't mean what I mean, and then people get the wrong impression. Fuck you, Mario. Shut your eye holes. Fuck you. Oh, it's me, Luigi, and I don't like you to feel sad. Fuck you. Oh, fuck you, Luigi. You didn't make it in Hollywood. I'm the only one who has the big fat paychecks. Fuck you, Luigi. Oh, fuck you, Mario. You're always depressed, but you never get dressed. When are you gonna get dressed, Mario? Fuck you, Luigi. I hate you, Luigi. I'm so depressed, Luigi. Oh, I'm sorry, Mario, but you've gotta get your act together, Mario. You gotta stop being so sad all the time. You've gotta be cool. You've gotta be smooth. Fuck you, Mario. Fuck you. Luigi, you always know just what to say. I'm not depressed anymore. Really, Mario? No. I'm still depressed, Luigi. You cocksucking motherfucker. Fuck you, Luigi. Oh, Mario, you tricked me, you cocksucking fuck mother bugger fucker. Fuck you, Mario. Fuck you, Luigi. Shut up. It was at this moment that Mario and Luigi died from autoerotic asphyxiation, you know. That's why. They were doing that the whole time.
Do you want me to do it?
Steve does it.
Alright, Steve, do it.
Here is the rhythm at which I'm going to do it.
again.
I'm going to do one. What am I going to do? I have a song stuck in my head, and it's...
Steve, fuck
1,
you.
2, 3. Okay.